People keep asking me why I'm starting Wildcrafted Herb School and what makes it a different kind of herb school, as I say. So I thought I'd take a second just to tell you about it. I'm Abby Artemisia, the founder of the Wander School, and we're putting on Wildcrafted Herb School for the first time ever this year. I wanted to create the kind of herb school that I always wished I could have gone to, but I never got to. I was growing up and coming of age, becoming a forager in Ohio, and there was no one there teaching these things then. And later on in my life, I was a single parent, and nobody would take on a single parent and a child in herb school or as an apprentice. So I wanted to make this available to everyone, but it is for a specific kind of person. People kind of like me, people who have a hard time sitting still and don't like sitting in a desk in a classroom. I really don't learn well that way. I'm a kinesthetic learner, so that means I need to use my senses to learn. And I also have issues with attention deficit. I think that most of us weren't meant to sit in a classroom at a desk all day. It really is not conducive to learning. So it's important to me that we get outside every day. Wildcrafted Herb School is full of field trips. We'll be meeting one Friday and Saturday a month, April through November. And one of those days will be our field trip days, and one of them will have guest teachers. I'm super excited about those guest teachers because they will all be local and regional teachers. And because we are going to be teaching about Native American herbalism and Black herbalism and Southern Appalachian folk herbalism, instead of me just telling you what I know about those things, I would much rather amplify the voices of those communities. So we will have Native American teachers and Black teachers and Appalachian teachers to teach you about all of these amazing things, because herbalists, in my opinion, really should be well-rounded. And we're such a melting pot culture that there is really so much to know, and then you can pick and choose what parts of that you love and what parts you want to practice as an herbalist, and what kind of herbalist and or forager you want to be. So the other thing that was important to me in all of this was creating community. We've been in this time of pandemic, and it's created so much isolation. I think that we're all hungry for community. So through Wildcrafted Herb School, you'll get to create real connection with the plants and nature and each other. I love watching what happens when folks from my classes get together outside of class. They're really excited and hungry for knowledge and connection. And so they'll get together outside of class and pick an herb to study and focus on that and learn from each other, which is really wonderful to see. So you can make friends for life from herb school. Also, another thing about teaching herbalism from different communities and different cultures really focuses on something that I think we don't talk about hardly at all in herbalism, which is acknowledgement and reciprocity. And these are super dear to my heart and a big part of the reason I am starting Wildcrafted Herb School, because we don't talk about where our knowledge comes from, because oftentimes we weren't told where it came from in the first place. And I truly believe that a lot of the knowledge that we have as American herbalists has come from and often been stolen from indigenous herbalists and descendants of enslaved people. So we want to first acknowledge that that's where it's coming from and think about what reciprocity means and how we can practice it. So one of the ways we can practice it is by amplifying the voices of BIPOC herbalists and teachers. And another way is by finding ways to give back to all kinds of communities. And so, as part of the school, we'll be not only making herbal medicine from what we harvest for ourselves to take home to our families and communities, we'll also be making medicine to give away to communities in need through the Wander School nonprofit. And I'm really excited about the opportunity to do that. Another reason for Wildcrafted Herb School is to give us all empowerment in our own healthcare. These past couple of years have been extremely disempowering for a lot of us. We don't know where to turn for our own healthcare. We're often afraid of getting sick and we don't know what to do if we do get sick or how to keep ourselves healthy. So that's what I want to teach you. I want to empower you with the knowledge of the plants growing right outside your door. I want you to feel confident that you know how to identify them and harvest them in a sustainable way and how to make them into food or medicine for yourself, your loved ones, and your community, whether you need them or whether you just want and enjoy them. It's amazing just to know that you have that knowledge and to be able to pass it on to those you love. So, if this sounds like an awesome opportunity to you, I really hope that you will join us. And if you do that before March 1st, you'll get our early bird discount of $250 off of tuition. So if you are interested for yourself, please send me an email at abby@thewanderschool.com so we can talk about whether this is the best fit for you. I really hope that it is. And if you know somebody else who you think it might be a great fit for as well, then will you please share this video with them? Thanks so much for being you, and I look forward to empowering you on your wild path.